Whoa, now everybody, I'm your boy Lambo Drew. You are now tuned into another edition of The Leverage Show. Y'all know what time it is, man. We got our guy, our special guest. My guy Vado is in the building. Listen, before we bring my guy on, you already know what time it is. This is CIA Week, man, and we are definitely doing this thing. Shout out to our guest that was on Tuesday night. Man, my guy, Yo Smokey, did his thing, man, and tore it up Tuesday night for the start and the kickoff of CIA Week. I'm telling y'all what, you do not want to miss this because it's about to go down tonight. Make sure you guys are sharing this. Get this information out to everybody. I told y'all this was CIA Week, and we are coming strong. Y'all think tonight is something? Oh, my God. Wait till my guy Vado comes on here and really wrecks shop, man. He is getting ready to crush it. I told y'all the cat is going to the moon, and we are definitely going to be the ones being a hunter to go get this thing, man. Let's go, y'all. Listen. Make sure you're sharing this out to everybody. I'm seeing all of y'all in the chats. Let's give some love first before we bring my guy Vado on to the show. My guy Kennard Haney's in the building. Looking forward to this show, Lambo. Do what you do. You know what Lambo gonna do what I do. We all the way going all the way up, man. So he is in the building. Shout out to you, man. Red X's, baby. You already know. Beer Skis is in the building. Get ready to get your socks blown off, baby. That's the way we do it, man. John Richardson, CIA to the moon, baby. Let's go, man. Epic Twitch moment in the building. Shout out to you, man. LFG, they figured out a way to eliminate sale pressure. Very low sales in the past 48 hours. 90% of the block is supply is blocked. We ain't worrying about that because guess what, baby? We coming back strong. Vado gonna talk about that tonight, too. So make sure y'all keep it right there on that number. Crypto Rehab, it's CIA Week, baby. Let's go, baby. We in the building, man. Dream Hard is in the building. CIA Week, baby. Shout out to you, man. Get hard, man. I see you in the building, man. My guy Murph is in the building saying Queen Johnson. Showing love, man. Jim is in the building. Yeah, baby. Can't wait for this, man. We definitely can't wait for this. Shout out to you, Matt, man. My cousin's in the building, man. Making it happen tonight, man. What's good, money? I see you in the building. Shout out to you. Jim says, man, let's freaking go, Vado, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hello, family, man. Let's do this thing. Ken says, man, good to see you, Arrow, man. Murph says, man, Kennard, Icy, Money, Blue Sky. What's good, Leverage Show family? Showing love to everybody, man. Fire emojis. It's CIA time, man. Hello, Mrs. Johnson, man. Vado is in the house. Arrow, good for me to be here. Yusugi, man, is in the building, man. Now it is time to invest, man. Let's freaking go. Y'all see the flames. Y'all know what time it is, man. The chat is going in. Shout out to you, Jay Fizzle, man. Flames of Cheetahs in the building, man. Crypto Rehab showing love to the CIA fam, man. Jim says all the way up. You already know what time it is. Mighty E says warm greetings to you all and bless this Thursday, man. YOLO Life, CIA in the house. Let's go, man. Bruce Stewart is in the building, man. He already know, man. Shout out to Big Bruce. Full salute. If you guys missed Tuesday night, you guys know, man, that my guy Yas went on ahead and showed love to Bruce, man, in the building, man. Shout out to the $33 million market cap we breaking away. We're getting ready to go ahead and take this up even higher, man. Bright Highlight Kings is in the building, man. Let's go, baby. Jim is in the building. Say CIA don't stop. We won't stop, baby. Y'all definitely make sure. Cutie Potato for Life is in the building. Let's go. Listen, without further ado, it sounds like the chat is lit. It sounds like you guys are definitely ready for the general, man, to come into the building. Without further ado, man, I'm trying to tell y'all what. I met this guy, man, got a chance to speak while we were out at East Den, right? And guess what? Out of all things, he says, Lambo, I really, really desire to meet you, but I got to send my team out because, you know, I've been networking, doing my thing. So I got to be up here doing my thing in the room. And guess what? He did his thing in the room. Sent the team out. They came out with Lambo, and we turned all the way up for East Den 2024. But me and Joe, we got this connection. You understand? Joe's this East New York cat, man. And I love my New York cat. I even wore my fitted cap for Joe, because I knew Joe was coming on here, baby. I had to let Vado know, like, hey, Lambo is rocking with you, my guy. So you already know what time it is out here, man. So he went to tell me, he says, man, Lambo, I believe in this thing. We talked Sunday night even more, man. This is after they didn't left and they didn't left Denver. We talked, he says, Lambo, I believe in this thing, man, like my next breath. I said, well, brother, if you believe in this thing like your next breath, guess what? Lambo is definitely on board too. So we are not getting ready to cut any corners. I welcome to the stage for the very first time on the Leverage Show, but won't be the last time because of CIA Week. The body must have a general or a leader that's just as strong. So make sure that they are leading by example in the charge. My guy Vado has been that person. He has been leading the charge. You've seen him in the chats. You've seen him definitely on calls. You've seen him firing each other up. I want you to give him a warm salute and a warm welcome. My guy, Vado, welcome to the show.
Yo. What's up, brother? What's going on, man?
You already know what time it is, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Let's go
Appreciate
up,
it. I love the intro, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, I apologize for being in the car, but I gotta head out to the city. I got some meetings to do, so I'll be in the car on on this meeting. But we're gonna get it in no matter where. No matter where I am, it's gonna happen.
Bro, you know where we gonna get it in. Come on, man.
Always, man.
Real go getters, go give it in. Because you know how we do, man, Vado. Welcome to the Leverage Show, baby.
Appreciate you, man. I love the fitted.
Hey, I couldn't go ahead and go any other way, man. But keep this.
As long as you rep in New York, man.
That's insane, man. Shout out to the YouTube fam. Shout out to the Facebook fam, man, who's on. Shout out to everybody who is tapped in tonight, man. Listen,
yeah,
man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming out here. The chat's looking crazy, bro. It's looking crazy. Everybody's here. I know I got a lot of my community.
Come on, brother. Come on, man. Hey, listen, you already know when they come out here to the Leverage Show, baby. It's all love, baby. That's all we're gonna keep that energy going, man, at all times.
Always love, man.
But talk to us, man. Welcome to the Leverage Show, man. How do you want the people to go ahead and address you, man? Talk to us.
Listen, everybody knows me. They call me Vado. They call me Vado, whatever one, but you can call me Joe too. I tell everybody I'm Doc, so people call me by my real name as well. So whatever it is, man, whatever way, I'm fine with it.
Hey, I love this one. Vado, tomato, baby. It's all love, man.
Tomato. Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah. Listen, that's an old school nickname, bro. Because
I say what? That's an old school nickname.
Yeah, bro. The Vado or Vado, people, it's just my last name, like I was telling you in text, but it's spelled different. So when I was younger, people would spell it like the rapper. Instead of saying Vado, like with my name spelled, they would say Vado and put the Vado. But a lot of people say Vado as well. So I always kept it with both. I was like, whatever you call me, that's it. But originally, it was always after the rapper Vado, and I used to always write when I was a little kid. I used to write under his comments. I used to be like, listen, I'm the real Vado because I'm the real Vado because my last name is actually Vado. So that's how I got that name.
I love it, man. We love it, brother.
Just stuck with me, man.
So it just stuck with you, man. Dude, I'm not. Yeah. He's the real deal, man. Hey, I love that in the chat, man.
Appreciate you, Bruce.
Stand up. They making Brooklyn stand up, man. You know what time it is. You already know, man.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Dude, so talk to me. How did this CIA.com get started? How did you go on ahead and say, I'm bringing this together. I'm going to do this thing, man?
Oh, man, it's a long story, so I'll get started on it. So, I met Roger, who's my partner on this, a few years back. In other projects that he was the developer as, and a little bit at a time, every project, I got closer with him and just started to speak phone call after phone call, and he had always such great ideas in his projects, Everything that he launched had a great meaning behind it and a great community. And he is extremely well, extremely educated in this space at what he does. And I watched it time in and time again, just kept, but I also seen there was a lot of problems occurring, and it had nothing to do with him himself. He was flawless in everything that he did, but the actual space. So me and him would speak, and he'd be like, "Listen, what do you see with this? What do you see with that? Maybe it's something I don't see." And we would go back and forth, and he'd be like, "You know what, dude? I agree. We have to fix that problem. We got to do this." And we tried, even over another project where I wasn't the dev on it, but I was helping him out. We tried to fix it. There was some things left out, and it still didn't work. So then we really got to work. He flew out to New York. We hung out. It was only for a day at this time. We hung out. We started talking, and he's like, "Listen, when I go back home, I'm gonna bring you on, and we're gonna do this together. Both of us. We're gonna control this project together. We're gonna bring on our team. They always been solid, but you know, we're gonna launch it the way that we spoke, and the way that we spoke was with the whitelisted function. So this was a long period of trial and error in a bunch of projects as well. Just to see what kept going wrong, what was going wrong with this, what was going wrong with that, and it took a few of them to realize the formula of what really had to be done. And at first, we launched this as a meme token called Ferrari. It was a cat token. Why? Well, we noticed that the space hasn't had a big cat project to blow up yet. We were looking for the next big thing to happen during the bull run. Unfortunately, too, most of these projects, even though two of them or three of them were actually extremely successful, they were during bear markets. And one of his layer one blockchain was one of the biggest projects around in crypto, and it was during the height of the bear market. But there was still some other problems of not knowing who controls a lot of the supply. Some influencers that got in early who didn't want to be around for the long run. They had their marks already set before they got in on what they wanted to do with the project. And when we launched this, we launched it as Fur, which was a great name, Ferrari with the cat. I mean, Roger actually came up with that name, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is a great name. Ferrari's awesome. In crypto, speaking about Lambo, we got Lambo on here. A lot of people say Lambo, so we're like, you know what? We're gonna switch it up and do Ferrari, and it was with the cat. So it all made sense. At that time, it was just a meme. It was just something that people can rally behind as a community, to stick together and all have the same goal of holding a project for a long time, of working for that project, of being. I can't say that everybody is docs, but at least coming up and speaking and doing your part in the community and going on and bringing people into this project and making it the place where everybody wants to be for safety because of the whitelist function that we had with the whitelist holders. Well, it just so happened to be that a few days later, Roger made a phone call, and it became, other people got involved, and one of the gentleman we spoke to owned the domain of CIA.com. And we spoke about it, I believe, for a few days on what we can do with this domain, what we can do with CIA.com. And it just so happened to be that it had the C for cat, and we were a cat token to begin with, and I'm pretty sure that's why this gentleman brought it to our attention. And we were like, you know what, dude, we got to make this happen. We got to build this out. We got to change the name, and we got to get this going. It's a massive domain. Everything all aligns. It all makes sense with everything that we're doing. It's going to bring the utility and the more legit, business aspect to this project. It's not just going to be just a meme coin no more. So we addressed the community about it. I think there was like a week or two where we still were Ferrari, but we had the CIA email domain. Then we decided to do a rebrand of the company in general. We didn't want to do a relaunch of it. Relaunches just don't work out. For whatever reason, even with good people behind them and good people supporting them, they just don't work out. So we went with the rebranding and it took off instantly. I mean, like instantly. Everybody wanted emails, people were flooding into the chat. It exploded everywhere. Within the first few days, once we rebranded, we ran up to a $53 million market cap, and the rest really has been history. But the what makes this so solid is really the people who hold the floor here and the community. And that's what was thought about long before we launched this project. The thing we wanted to focus on the most is the community and who controls the supply of it. And that's really how we came up with this idea.
It's funny, Joey, man, because I really want to say this to you. You came up with this idea not knowing that it was getting ready to have this impact that it had, or did you know it was going to have this drive, this fire that it was going to actually have behind it?
We definitely had a pretty good idea that a lot of people would love that function. Why? Well, we did have a solid community already in a past project and the project before that we all kind of knew each other, and we were all tired of the same thing. It was the same story. Unfortunately, well, some people might say, well, why'd you guys launch a few projects? Why didn't you just stay with that? What happens when a project gets botted with tons of bots, or when there's people we don't know that control such a big supply? We can't do nothing. Mostly those projects fail. 99.9% of the time, they fail. And there's nothing that we would be able to do besides be smart enough to realize it's time to move on and figure it out the right way. And we had a feeling that a lot of people would love this idea and it would explode because of it. And it did right away. I mean, as soon as me and Roger, I think we had a VC. I'm not sure if we had a VC or we wrote it in the chat of the older community, which is now CIA, brought up the whitelist idea. People started flooding our DMs. I want a part of that. I want a part of that. This sounds great. This sounds like old school crypto. We're gonna be holding until billions, and nobody's gonna be dumping on each other. So we had an idea that it would hit, and once we seen it, how it really worked, it was just an amazing feeling to know that this is definitely the future of the meme coin or altcoin reality of crypto. This is the future if you're a developer of how to launch a project for it to be here for 10, 20, 30 years on the blockchain.
So when you look at this project, let me just say this, right? I look at the community. And for those who don't know this, I'm getting ready to drop something right now for you guys, right? Tomorrow, Roger will be on the Leverage Show back, baby, at 12 noon Eastern. So y'all definitely put it up. Roger will be on the Leverage Show for Finance Fridays Live at 12 noon Eastern tomorrow. So you guys don't want to miss that. Remember, the Leverage Show comes on 3 times a week. Tuesday night and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and also Fridays at 12 noon Eastern. So y'all get ready, because I told you, it's CIA Week Takeover, baby. So y'all put that in the chat. Get out.
Let's do it.
When you met with Roger and you're saying, man, dude, I got this idea, Roger. Like, I really need you to really hear me out. Take a look at me. Listen to me just a little bit. All of a sudden, something just ignited, because I heard that the two of you decided to say, oh man, dude, we can really push this thing together. We can really develop something that's going to be for long term. And all of a sudden, it literally expanded. It started blowing. Now, you guys get to ETH Den. And all of a sudden, all of the work that you put into the community, and you said, hey, there was a launch at one time. We're getting ready to go relaunch again. We're going to do something different. Shift it up. And then it went in with the name, the title, and the whole brand itself, right? All of a sudden, at this point, people are now starting to buy in. There has been a big surge within the last few weeks from this project that has only been around, sounds like about two months, going on to its third month. Why is it that people are so excited now, investing into what they see, what you guys call a solid project, as what you discussed before? Those projects were not solid like this. Talk to them about that.
Yeah, to me, it goes back always to the way it was launched, to the whitelist function, and it was experimental. But in the meme coin space, most projects that are not solid, they fail pretty quick. You can kind of tell within the first week, even if they hang around, what's going to happen. Most solid projects, they stay pretty consistent. Yeah, there are a lot of big projects now that lay kind of dead for a while, but they still, if you look deep into them, you can realize that they had what it takes to be a solid project. So to me, it always goes back to the whitelist function that we launched with these group of guys that we call founding fathers, that me and Roger both came up with that idea to do this over other projects. Get a group of guys that we know, let's vet them, let's see that they hold other projects, let's see that they work for their bags, let's make sure that they're real people, and let them agree to come into one project and hold the floor. Well, what also happened with that is these guys all got together and they said, you know what, we'll take it a step further and we will all blacklist our wallets so nothing can be sold until we get to 100 million. Well, to me, that is the biggest safety net of any project in the DeFi space by a long shot. Why? Well, you have to put yourself in the outside investor's shoes. If you're a guy that has a lot of money to throw around and you're looking for a project, okay, you have $100,000 and you're looking in the meme coin space for a project. All right, when you start looking around, you're going to realize, well, I could throw 100 grand in this, but there's still that chance that tomorrow it will maybe be worth zero, and that could be in a very solid project. Why? Well, we have almost 90% of our supply locked up. So when somebody wants to throw a lump sum at our project, they don't ever have to worry about that happening ever. And I speak with a lot of guys on the outside who have, real money, businessmen, Wall Street guys, they own companies, whatever the case may be. The biggest thing they want is security on their funds. They want to be able to make sure if they were to give me $50,000 today, that tomorrow it won't be zero. Yeah, could it go down a little bit? Of course it can. Of course it can. But that aspect will never happen here. It is impossible for it to happen here. Why? Well, 90% of the supply, or just about 90% of the supply, is blacklisted. So those guys that own a massive amount of supply, you know, and this is not to say anything bad towards them at all. It goes to people like me as well. We paid anywhere from 50 to maybe $600. Maybe some people paid a drop more to own a percent of the supply. A percent of the supply today is worth $330,000. So right now, most of those people paid 50 to $600 or $700, and they own a bag worth $330,000. So these are level-headed people that realized, well, it's really not fair for me to be able to sell on an outside investor who puts $100,000 in this, and for me to cash out that 100 grand, basically like stealing from them. It's not fair. You know, we have to all come together and we have to hold this floor as one, as a family, as a unit, and bring in those outside investors and make them feel safe. That opens up a major gateway for people that are not in crypto, that have money, to want to come into this space. It is not done in any other project. When we launched our project, because of the whitelist, not one bot got in off of launch. That is unheard of. It has never happened before, which is a major problem in the crypto space with the bots, a major problem. We eliminated that as well. So we are by far the safest DeFi project out there. not just because I'm a dev. No, because 90% of the supply is locked, and big investors will never get dumped on. It is impossible to happen. So that is a big reason why people who do have money and people who own successful businesses that are scared to, take a shot, but they want to get into crypto. Well, this gives them that safety to finally get into a project. This gives them everything that they need to feel safe.
Vado, you are killing it, man. You are killing it, bro. This
Appreciate you, man.
This is what people want. People want to hear from the horse's mouth. They want to hear the brains behind all of this. They want to hear like what makes you tick, like what makes the project tick, what makes you guys believe like you guys believe with this project. Dude, what you just said answered a lot of those different questions that people may mysteriously have. Like, is it a safe project? You're like, hey, Lambo, I talk with them. I talk with these investors. And that's safe on everybody's standpoint, whether you're a big investor or you're a small investor,
Yep. Oh yeah, that's the biggest. That's the first thing that comes out of all of their mouths right away. I have spoke with billionaires, literally billionaires, had them on the phone, and they all say the same thing. How can I know you can't tell me 100%, and I tell them, well, I basically can tell you 100% that your money will not be gone. There might be up and down days, but your money will not be at zero. And one of them was like, no, you can't guarantee that. I said, yeah, we can guarantee it. Because when you have 90% of the floor locked up, we can guarantee that that won't happen in this project. Yeah, again, it could go up and down, but you'll never wake up and it'll be gone. You'll always have the fair chance here for it to become something, no matter what the case may be. Always, always have the fair chance. And that's all people need. That's all people want to hear, especially in DeFi. People come into DeFi and they realize the risk that, yeah, there is a risk, but we're eliminating that risk. You know what I tell everybody? Me, Roger, Yasuki, the rest of the team, and I call our community, our loyal people, they're part of the team as well. Without them, this project does not run. You need loyal community members. You need family here to help. It is never just what I do, what Roger does. No, without them, this cannot come true. My dream of doing this can never be what it is without my community, without my hard workers that they make this thing tick. My community members, they're the reason this is what it is. I tell them all the time, not me, them. Without them, I can never make this happen. It would be physically impossible. Me, Roger, Yasuki. And my big thing is I love to show my appreciation to my community, because I know that, you got to put yourself in a position. I used to work for construction. I was a local 3 electrician. I had a boss that was the best boss in the world. And it made me want to go the extra mile for him because he appreciated my work. So when you're a guy on top and you show appreciation to your workers, you will see what they will do. Even if they're not the best in that category of the job, they will give it their all. And sometimes one guy giving it their all is better than a guy that knows what he's doing. And a lot of people don't realize that, because when you put your heart into something, the possibilities are endless to somebody like that. That's who I want. I want people that put their all into it, that love this, that will go the extra mile. And in order for them to do that, you have to respect them. You have to show them that you appreciate them, and you will get places in this space. And that's how I adopted my form of leadership here, which is, a reason why, a lot of my guys do go the extra mile. But, it's not easy. Some people just, they want to be the boss, but they want to be too much of the boss. I always say, you never want too much bosses around. We all got to treat. Yeah, we got a powerhouse here of family, and it's the best in the crypto space, and it's only going to grow.
Dude, it's growing, brother, and it's growing and everything by leaps and bounds. The community is
Yep.
so amazing. They're so lit. They're so on fire. But I want to take something back a little bit. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my guy Revenue. I see you in the building, man, showing some serious love, man. And he invested, man, with you guys, man. The moment I was on in the conversation, he's like, Lambo, I'm going right now to go and invest. I say, man, go make that purchase.
Thank you, brother.
Let's talk about this, Joe, because this is what some people don't know. And you mentioned it, but I think that it could actually kind of go overboard with some people. You said, hey, man, I actually had a job doing, electrical work. I was doing this thing, right? But I turned around and I decided to follow my dream and put into this project. Why in the world would the guy, with the myth, the man behind the legend, go all in on a project and say, hey, I don't know where this thing is going to go, but I believe in it? Talk to me why that drive in you decided to go all in on a vision of something that you
Yeah.
believe definitely is taking off.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, I was a union worker for almost 12 years. I did get hurt on my job, and some of these guys I've been around the whole time, these 12 years. And when I got hurt, I had to have a bunch of procedures done, surgeries done. I needed more. Um, I realized, a few months later, these guys totally forgot about who I was. The phone calls stopped rolling in, and I said, "Wow, I'm really just a number in this line of work." And I was so in love with crypto that I realized that this is something that I have a family in, even more than people I know in person. And there's a lot of people in here that love when I speak, or the energy that I bring. So my love directed right towards crypto. Now, once I seen what we have here, this project, this domain, I decided to fully quit my job. I'm not going back to my job, and I'm giving this 100% of my focus. I know what we have here. I know what I can do when I put 100% of my mind and my heart into something, and I just could not pass up this opportunity to work full time on this. This is, to me, this is literally my dream. My dream. I got a wife. I got two little kids. When I go home after I'm on calls, I'm usually always in my car. That's my thing. I can focus better when I'm home. My kids, they're still young, so they come knocking on the door, daddy, daddy. They want to be involved. So I go out to my car, and all day long I'm in my car and I'm doing calls. And I go home and I look at my kids, and they deserve the world. Got cut out. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
you
got,
cut
I
out
got,
some
I,
good. Go
there,
ahead.
yeah,
You're good.
there's people calling my phone. I got, they deserve the world. Not that I didn't have a good life growing up. I was blessed. My parents were very good parents, but I always knew, when I was a teenager, or, even before that I was going to be very successful in life. I told myself that I will not give up on a dream of being successful. I got a union job at a very young age, and I kind of stood comfortable there, but it was never really what I wanted. I always wanted to be successful and to help other people out in my life. And that's what gives me my drive in crypto, because the opportunity to help out a bunch of other people that are just like me, like in this community, is what makes me so hungry to make something like this the biggest project in the world. Because I'm the type of person that I know, when this becomes billions and all these guys can now go home, retire, sit there with their wife and kids in the one life that we have, not kill themselves, not worrying about working to their 60s and then retiring and then being unhealthy, missing their whole kids, childhood, because they have to bust their ass, not even making enough money to pay their bills. Well, I know now in this project, in the next 2 years, okay, that all these people will be able to retire home with their family, that I will be able to rest my head at night knowing that I helped out in this world, making other people's lives a lot easier. And that's what I always been about. I'm known from where I come from being a real generous person like that and helping others. I've been like that my whole life. Since I was a young kid, I looked out for other people even before myself. And in crypto, me being in charge of something, giving me the opportunity to help a bunch of strangers from all around the world, but without those strangers, my dreams never come true. So as long they're helping my dream come true, I will help their dream come true. And that's my biggest drive here, to do good for everybody else. I always said when I was younger, if I ever hit the lotto, 99% of my money, especially if it was something big, would be going towards helping out people in the world. Cancer, um, whatever the case may be, animals, humans, everything, any type of sickness, any type of charity that I can do. And for me, when I look at crypto, that's how I look at it. I look at it as a tool that we can all use to help other people become extremely successful and change their lives, people that deserve it. A lot of my community are 9 to 5 hardworking people with young kids, and most of them, you know, live a life that, just like me, sometimes we got to worry about what next month holds or what next week holds. Making sure we got to figure out that our families are going to be okay. Well, that all ends in CIA. All of those problems, they end here in CIA. And I tell my community that I will do whatever it takes, whatever it is. I don't care if I got to crawl across the fucking world 1,000 times over to make CIA worth multi-billions. I'm going to do it. And Roger's going to do it, and Yasuki's going to do it, and the rest of the team is going to do it, and the community is going to do it, because we are just all so hungry to make this what it's worth. This is $1 billion plus company. The domain itself was being offered 5 to 10 million just as a domain, before anything was even built behind it. So I got blessed enough to find the perfect opportunity to do my dream, and I will not skip up on it. So this will be my full-time job, 100% focusing on it. I will never give up on this, and I'm here for it all. So
You get that bell, baby. You get that Lambo bell, baby. Full salute, glasses up, baby. That's what I
yeah,
want to hear.
man.
That's what the Vado we want to hear. We want to hear that because that's the genuine heart for the people, for the community, for a project that you would literally give your all to make sure that people are helping change in their lives. And that's what we want to hear. That's what everybody want to hear. I mean, when you come to the Leverage Show, you want to hear the real. You don't want to hear that fluff stuff. We
Yep.
want to hear the real. You understand? When you
Oh
come to
yeah.
the Leverage Show.
Oh yeah, you got me, man. I'm always as real with that's the community. That's what they say all the time. I'll never forget. I had one guy come up and he's like, this, Vado, he never talks about anything for himself in this community. When he's speaking, he's always talking about what he's going to be doing to better our lives. He goes, that's a person that you want to work for. That's a person that you want to be around all the time. And you know to see that they see that, because that's just me naturally. That's how I always been my whole life, and I always told nobody I never changed one drop of me my whole life. I always been that same person. And now that I'm seeing it being appreciated by people, because sometimes being that good person in real life, maybe in an area you grow up in, people don't really appreciate it. Instead, they take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of it. They take advantage of it. But this community, they appreciate it. I mean, the DMs I get day in and day out from a bunch of guys thanking me just for no reason, just thanking me. And meanwhile, they're the reason why all this is coming true. And I tell them, I'm like, you guys got to give yourself the thanks, because you guys are working so hard day in and day out with me. Some of these guys have big jobs that they can't focus, but they still do it. Some of these guys, I don't even know how they're in here 24/7 while they're working these big jobs, and they're still doing it because they got the same dream. We all came together with the same goal in mind, and that is so important, because these are the guys, are the glue, the foundation to this. And we all want the same thing. When we talk about this project, we all think the same. you know we're all on the same page, and it's really so important the future success of something, especially something as big as we got here.
We when I hear you say that, I can only but commend you because of that, because of the drive you have for everybody else. And I think that as leaders, sometimes that goes unnoticed. I want to salute you today, Vado, because you right there, you carry that rare quality that most people and most leaders sometimes, man, don't get the pat on the back or the flowers that they deserve. Today, you get that full Lambo Bell salute. We salute you, Vado,
Thank you,
man.
bro. Thank you,
We
man.
full
Thank you,
salute you,
bro.
man. You
Thank you.
know,
I appreciate it, man. I really do.
so you got to tell me something, and this is truth. I got to hear about this because first of all, I want to give a shout out to the little princess whose birthday was yesterday. A lot of people don't know, man.
Thank you.
Birthday was yesterday. Put a happy birthday into the chats, man, for my guy
Thank you.
Vito's
Thank
little
you.
mama's birthday. His little daughter's birthday was yesterday. She turned the what? The big three, right?
Three. Yeah, man, the three. She's getting so big. It's crazy, man. She
Oh,
is I'm telling you, she is the reason, I do what I do in life. I always say the biggest blessing. I mean, I have a son too. She was my firstborn. She's daddy's girl. When you have a girl and you're the father, man, she lights up my heart every single day, no matter any wrong that's going on in my life. I go home, I look at her, and it's instantly better. It's like, man, I do everything for them in life. You that's just how it is. You know how it is when you got kids, they become your life now. So I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
oh well,
Appreciate it.
the community went on ahead and lightened up the chats, man, showing love.
Thank you,
We
guys. Thank
appreciate
you.
that for you. I mean, most of the time, man, we do this stuff and the family, they're always like the ones that they don't see because they see our faces. But when you
Yeah.
get a chance to get out there, man, and we can show love, we're gonna show love. We're gonna celebrate. And let me tell you something, which is great. Tomorrow, when Roger comes on the show, that is actual Lambo Drew is celebrating his birthday. My birthday is March 5th.
Oh,
So I'm a few days
happy
after your
birthday,
daughter's
brother.
birthday.
There we go.
So
I love it.
tomorrow's broadcast is a special broadcast at 12
Let's do
noon
it.
Eastern where Lambo is celebrating his birthday. Roger's coming on. So you guys are going to have CIA week. Celebrate with Lambo. We can't do it any bigger than this. Your little
Let's do it.
birthday was yesterday.
Yep.
This is amazing, man.
This really is like that's the universe and works, you know what I mean? And happy birthday to you, brother. That's awesome. I mean, March is such a big month with birthdays. Like
Christ,
it's
he's coming
flooded with
through.
birthdays. Yeah, I got three of my best friends I grew up with all in March. Oh, actually, it is my best friend's birthday tomorrow as well. My best friend Mikey's birthday tomorrow. Look at that. There you
See?
go. There
See?
you go,
See?
man. There you
Tell
go.
Mikey we're
Yeah.
gonna show him some love tomorrow
Yeah.
on the Leverage Show with Lambo Drew and CIA, baby.
Love it. Love it. I love it, man. It's great. And things like that, people are good. This is what good people, I always tell my community, good people are brought together, and that's a little sign. I'm a big guy of faith. So to me, that's a sign from God that just those dates coinciding like that of a reason we met, and why everybody is together. This stuff does, everything happens for a reason. And we're all blessed to have met you, man. I love your energy. You as a person, I could tell the first phone call I had, I'm like, this dude is a great, great, great guy. And I can tell right away that he wants to help us and he will do anything in his power to help us. And it's amazing. The community loves you. You're awesome, bro. So I
I,
really appreciate you.
I love you guys. Thank you for that. I appreciate you for that because that
Of
means a
course,
lot.
brother.
I got so many people, man. I got as many people who love us. They got people, man, they hate us, man. It's the flip of the coin. You
Yeah.
understand? I mean, they'll love you 1 minute, man. I'm trying to tell you, they'll tell you the hero and everything to their story. And then the very next minute, you are the villain. You understand?
Yes.
So,
Yeah. I know. It's unfortunate. It really is, but it's all right. We live in a cruel world, but the good people will prevail in the end. We always do. In the end, you stay positive. It's not that easy in this day and age to stay positive, but if you do, good things will always follow. I noticed that as I got older. I try not to dwell on the negativity no more, even if, because I was always a dude that I take pride in my, of who I am as a person. And if somebody ever made some false, talks about me, it would bother me. And I would try to always prove my point. And then I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? They're not even worth my time to prove my
Mm,
point.
mm.
Because everybody, the man upstairs, he knows my who I am as a person, and that's all that matters. My family knows it, my close friends know it, my parents, whatever the case may be, and that's all that matters. So to anybody in here, you got to keep the negativity out of your life, and
Mhm.
great things will follow. Once you're positive and once you believe in yourself and believe in being positive, everything else, it comes along. Trust me, it really does. It really does. So
That's
having
all.
somebody like you around, man, I could tell you're just full of positive energy, and it's great. It's great to have that around. It
And
really is.
that's at all times, brother. That's what we do. We keep the negative, man, out, man. As many people as we try to help, man, let's continue to keep putting that out there, helping as many people, man, because we want that energy to match, right? When someone doesn't give you that energy match back, you just sidestep to the side and move on
Yep.
because you have to keep that energy, that flow. That's why the community of CIA is so special. That's why
Yes.
the community of CIA is so big because the energy that happens in CIA is amazing. Like, I have never, not once, since I've been a part of that community, jumped in and someone saying, "Yeah, I just had a bad day," and "Yeah, things didn't go right." The energy is always high. They're always going to the moon. They're always shooting to the moon. They're always pumping each other up and always showing so much love. That is what I love, man, about the CIA community.
Always, when we launched this, I'm glad you brought that up because that was the thing. We had a talk and we told everybody, listen, we are not ever. I don't want to hear no arguments. I don't want to see anything negative. Okay. If there ever is even a little problem, we take it to the DMs behind the scenes and we fix the problem. We come out stronger
Mm,
every time and more united as a family every time because that's the only way that will lead this to success is us sticking together. Without us sticking together and being a family, it can bring down the best of the best
mm,
type of ideas, type of companies, anything. That's the last thing you want. And that's what we built ourselves on. And these guys are great at doing it. If somebody even tries to do it, it's shut down right away and it's let's move on. Let's pick it up. Let's go to something different. Let's keep the energy good in here. There's no reason to be negative. Everything is perfect. And it's really been showing and it's really been keeping all of us so close with one another. So I'm glad that you noticed that. That's great
brother,
that you noticed that.
I notice it because, again, that's the energy that I continuously put out. That's the energy I love in my chats and my group. I want to give a special shout out to my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Errol, and he said his daughter was the same day as yours. So to hear that,
Wow. Happy
big
birthday to her.
happy birthday, man.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You see what I'm saying? It's all meant to be, man. Happy
It
birthday
is.
to your little princess as well, brother.
Bro, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is what this is. So my birthday technically is Sunday, 3/10, right? But I
Okay.
celebrate it on tomorrow because you guys are gonna see me tomorrow. You guys won't see me this weekend. You guys,
Lambo, you ready for this?
yeah.
My birthday is July 6th, but I celebrated July 4th, 2 days before my birthday. Every year since I was born, just like how you do it. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy, man?
Listen,
That's
they
like,
say great minds think alike, brother. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I'm just
Yes, they
saying.
do. Yes, they do. Yes,
I'm
they
just
do.
saying. You know, great minds think alike because, man, we are family. We're here to really enjoy this
Yes,
moment
they do.
times, man. So you got to tell us. You got to tell us because I know your time is short, and my guy Vado definitely has some other obligations. But I want to hear from you, and I know the whole community wants to hear from you, man. Where do you see this movement in the next 6 months, and what would you like to see and in the next year come from out of this movement?
Oh man. In the next there I easily see, this being a $500 million plus company. easily. I'm always a little bit conservative with things because I always felt like it's a little bit better to be conservative. Why? Well, we are starting developments on a lot of tech soon behind the scenes. Probably within the next month, within this month of March and early April, we are going to be developing a lot of our tech, which is our wallet and our crypto intelligent agency platform, which is a competitor to CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. You know, just with those, the just look at a MetaMask wallet. That's like an $8 billion company in itself in the wallet. It's a very good wallet, but it's just basic wallet. Well, our wallet is going to be the tax wallet that gives you the opportunity. It will calculate and give you the option on all your transactions to put aside your money for tax season, which is not done anywhere in crypto. So, in my opinion, developing that wallet, which we will have investors to back us to get that done, will be one of the biggest things to be done in this project, and it will definitely double the company market cap. Probably, uh, you could probably say it'll be double worth of what a MetaMask would be worth once it's out within that year. I think it's going to explode all over the place. I mean, it's genius, the idea of it. It's not easy to do, but people will love it. I know a guy like me would love it. Most people, just take out whatever on big transactions. They don't even realize what they might have to pay in taxes, and that gives them a lot easier of an option when it comes to that. So within 6 months to a year, my yearly outlook on this would definitely be a multi-billion-dollar company on what's happening here. I see us giving out several million emails. I say within a year, on the year, we can definitely be at 7 million emails. The next 2 months are going to be really crazy. And why do I say that? Well, in the next 2 months is really when the tech is being developed. It's really when all the big investors are coming in. There's a lot of eyes on us right now. But again, I see this as by far one of the biggest crypto coins in the space, in the DeFi space, in the next year that might ever hit crypto because of the email domain itself. The email domain is very different to have that domain in a DeFi space. I see it as the email of all of crypto. When I talk about it with people, that's the biggest thing I say. I tell them, just realize that in a year, even in 2 years, this eventually will be the email of all of cryptocurrency. We use it as the cat intelligence agency, which cats are going to blow up, and it keeps that meme side to it. You also want that in a project. Yes, we are a real utility with a real domain. But the business side of it, when things start to go out, the crypto intelligence agency side of it, well, it's just written in stone that this will be the email of all of crypto. What do I mean by that? Well, our wallet, you would have to use the email to access it. Our intelligent agency platform, the competitor to the CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, you would have to use this email for our end goal. What I want for
There we go. I think you might have had a phone call. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you now. Nope, nothing. Nope, still nothing. Nope. Can y'all hear him? Y'all can't hear him? Okay. Yeah. All right. So he's gonna go out and come back in, you guys. I mean, Vado is killing it out here, you guys. If you are not a part of this project today, you need to go ahead and sign up today. Get in the project, and I'm telling you right now, it is definitely one of them that you want to be a part of and want to be a part of quick. CIA.com. I told y'all this was CIA week. You guys thought that Lambo was joking. I told you I wore my New York hat just for my guy Joe, my guy aka Vado, to come on here and really go ahead and break bread and show some love. So hopefully you guys will see what happens and see the project continuously to keep going on. So hopefully my guy Joe can come back in here, man. I know he's driving and I know how things can actually get when you are out there. But guess what? We are not stopping. We are not stopping. There you go. He just popped back on. Let's see if
There
that's
we go.
there we go.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting people call me and it's interrupted and then
Yeah.
it goes back.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
what I see as the end game for us, and again, I know Roger sees it too, our investors see it. Things like this, they take a lot of time and they take a lot of money. But my dream for this company, as within the next few years, would be to have an exchange where everything on the exchange is launched and regulated like we are. I tell everybody when I explain this project to them, I tell them that we brought regulation to the DeFi space, but we did it amongst ourselves by controlling what happens with majority of the supply and controlling the big major cells. Well, we bought regulation, but we also bought it where when you get to hundreds of millions or billions, those people, instead of dumping $1 million a day and destroying a project, they will now safely be able to have passive income for the rest of their life of $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day, and keep this project worth billions as a new bank account. So people got to realize if the government was to come in and do this, you will never be getting in on the ground floor like we're able to do. You will never be able to make a 10,000x off of $50 on the ground if the government gets involved with it and regulates it. So we regulated it ourselves. Yeah, I understand some people want to sell big lump sums, but these people don't. And a lot of other good people in crypto, they don't. They're looking for a future. Passive income is the best thing you can have in your life. When you speak with real successful people, their life is revolved around 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 different ways of passive income. Okay. So there's nothing better than taking a DeFi project where you could get in early for a small amount of investment money and run it to multi-billion-dollar company and have passive income, a new bank. It's like your 401k for the rest of your life that will retire you. I'm fine with 1,000, 2, 3. When this is a multi-billion-dollar company, those people that held at the bottom, they'll be able to take $10,000 a day without there ever being a problem on the chart, or $5,000 a day, or whatever they need, just like their bank. Just like their bank. But if you let people in the beginning who own a big supply dump 100 grand before a project even hits 50 million or 100 million, and let 10 people keep dumping 100 grand, well, it's not going to work out right. That project is never going to be able to sustain big levels of getting to where it's supposed to get to. So the end game would be our own exchange that every project on it is regulated like ours is. Why? Well, it gives everybody a safe place in DeFi, a safe place in crypto to finally invest money into and make a shit ton for their future. This is supposed to be an investment. Our exchange that comes out down the line in years from now will be an exchange for investors for their future of them and their family, not gamblers. All right. I say this from day one. Okay. This project is for investors. We don't want gamblers. We want investors. When I always say, like, when my parents were young, they invested into things for 20, 30 years from now. They didn't look at what tomorrow brings or what the next day brings. They were looking for something secure that they could hold on to for the rest of their life.
Got muted again. Yeah. Yeah, you have to go out and come back in again, probably. I can't even, yeah. Nothing. Okay. As you guys see, my guy Vale is a busy man. He is killing it out here. Everybody's trying to hear him. Can't even hear you. So you may have to go out and come back in. Yep. So listen, he's killing it out here. Busy man, I already know that they're wanting him, but he knows the trick and stuff like that, man, to be able to go on ahead and get back in here. I mean, like literally, if you're listening to what he's just saying, you want to be a part of this because this is visionary. Let's go. He's back
We're,
in.
all
All right, go.
right, we're good. That's these people. They keep calling me, but I got like 2 more minutes left before I answer them, so I can hop on get in this meeting with them. I'm meeting one of my guys out here at the chop house over here, so I got a meeting with them. But yeah, man, that's the end game, because it brings a safe haven for people in crypto, especially in the DeFi world. And a lot of these big people, if we love crypto and we want it to explode all over the world, well, how do you focus on getting in billions of people? Hundreds of millions of billions, like the stock market. Again, people like our parents, our family, when they invested in something in the market, they did it for 20 to 30 years from now. What is it going to bring me then? That's an investment. Okay. In crypto and DeFi, people are very comfortable with, well, what is it going to make me tomorrow? They're not thinking long term. Well, we're changing that. We're here for the long term. We want to start building an empire of long term investments in the DeFi space that can change your family's future forever and not kill your pockets. And also to the people that have bigger money and
You gotta love it. You got can't even hear you. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you. Yeah, you're gonna have to come gotta come back in. Hey y'all, they are blowing him up. We gotta get him a work phone or something like that. We gotta get him a workaround, man. Y'all get Vado a workaround, man, anytime he does a podcast on here with Lambo, man, because they are blowing him up. And I know that he's close to his venue time that he's actually has to be there. So he should be popping back on any second, y'all. So y'all just go ahead and sit tight. We gotta love it. There we
yeah,
go.
I'm back. I apologize. I had to tell this dude, please stop calling me. I'm on a big meeting. He
You
called
good.
me 6 times already, man. I'm like, oh, some people don't give you a chance. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really the end game for this. Would be to have our massive exchange and the email domain as part of the exchange. Everybody again would have to own an email to access this exchange in the future, to access the wallet, to access anything that we do. And that's why the email will be so valuable, because it will be the email for all of crypto. And, nothing like that has been done. Nothing will be able to be done like us because of the domain that we own. Everybody wants to be a part, have a CIA email. I went to the store the other day. I gave them a CIA email. The girl's like, "Oh, your Secret Service?" I'm like, "No, I own the domain of CIA.com, me and my team." And, we turned and they loved it. They loved it. They wanted to learn more. And I said, well, go to CIA.com, look into it. It's such an easy conversation starter, especially for people who have not been in crypto. It makes it a lot easier to get them to invest into a project like this, owning a domain like that. And again, something that's been here since the 80s and will be here for the next 30, 40, 50 years or more. So, it's a safe haven for everybody, for the good people in crypto, for the people that haven't came into crypto yet, for the big outside investors that are looking to put their money into something. This is the play. This is where you want to be.
And I mean, you just killed it. Shout out to you, man. Beto just out here killing it, man. Thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you,
thank
bro.
you for that, bro. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. Y'all put it in the chats, man, and show how Beto has killed it, even in the workaround of people calling the phone like, yo, we need to get a hold of this guy and stuff like that, man, So I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I just think that this right here is really getting ready to go next level. I believe in a vision. I know the chat, the community believes in what you just said, and they stand on it, what they just said, man. I'm telling you, the fire emojis loving to see this, man. When I heard this right before that, you went on ahead and you were going on, they said, man, if they did 3.5 billion, CIA will be at 50 billion plus. Shout
Yeah,
out
man.
Drive. Come on now.
Yeah, man. Oh, like I said, brother, we are going to do whatever. And when I mean whatever it takes, I mean whatever it takes. I will do anything to make this worth what it is worth, because it's already worth that. All right. This domain will be known all over the world. This project will be known all over the world. I tell my community that my goal in life is to make sure that everybody in this world knows who I am and what me and my team created, what Roger created, who Roger is, who Yasuki is, who the founding fathers are, who our community members are. Everybody will know what we created here in this project, and they will know what took place here in this project from day one, and how we changed the DeFi space for the better. We did it. How we adopted one of the biggest domains in the world and turned it into the email of all of cryptocurrency. There will be a documentary on this in years from now, and the world will know about us. And that's my biggest thing, and that's my drive to make sure that that happens.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we're not gonna hold you up. We see your time is definitely, man, short, and you can't wait to go ahead, man, and get to your venue. They're blowing you up for the venue. So we want you to go on ahead, man. I put the information on the screen for all those who are interested. Let them know where they can find on that CIA.com, and let them know how they can go ahead and maneuver themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Just check out the website. You can basically access everything from the website now, which the website's very, you know, it's right to the point. You purchase $200 of the token to gain access to your email. Obviously the big thing with the email is, on Gmail, like for me, I
Yeah.
couldn't get Joseph at gmail.com, but I can get Joseph at CIA.com. So that's a big thing, because it will be a marketplace one that, for trading emails. People would want that. You might want, to get somebody's famous name. I got Jeff Bezos's name. Listen, he might want it one day and say, well, actually, let me take that back. He will want it one day, and he's gonna have to buy it off me. So everything is super easy on the website. You could find us on, right now it's just Uniswap and Bitmart. As of right now, we are working on other exchanges. They will be coming, but that's all on the website. The big thing is, on some things, for some people's phones, it's probably depending on where they're located in the world. It says it on the website too. Um, the address that you type in when you buy this on Uniswap, it might come up, or on MetaMask, it might come up as FUR, FUR. That's okay. FUR is CIA. It was a rebrand, and it takes some time for them to fully change it, because it's not a relaunch. It was just a rebrand. Some people's phones, it says CIA, others it doesn't. So if you do go to buy the project, when you do, on your MetaMask or on Uniswap, and you type in the contract address and it says FUR as FUR, that is completely fine. FUR is CIA. It was just a rebrand. So don't get nervous about it. It is in the website. When you look at CIA.com, everything is there. Go ahead and read the white paper. The white paper was drawn up by Roger. The kid is a fucking genius. Excuse my language, but he is a genius at what he does. He had done all of that. He really is the brains behind this all. He's excellent at what he does, and you will know that when you read the white paper. We showed this white paper to several people that are extremely rich, and they right away they said, "Who wrote that white paper?" I have never seen something so good in everything. So it's on point. Nobody had anything to say about it. Who wrote that? And I was like, well, the dev Roger wrote it. They're like, wow, you got to be kidding me. And I'm like, no, that was all him. He did that. He put this contract together. You give him his flowers for when it's due, and he's excellent at what he does. And he's a young dude. I tell him, he's got a real bright future. behind him. I mean, I'm not old neither. I'm only 30, but he's younger than me, and he's already on the status of he will be a billionaire along with everybody else in here, because that's what we're gonna do. We're going for it all. Like I say all the time to my community, we are going for it all, and we will get it all, because this is what we want. This is our dream, and we will not stop until our dream is where it's at, which it's never going to be where it's at, because once we get to 50 billion, we want to go to 100 billion, and we want to keep it going, and we're going to work harder every day to keep those dreams pushing, no matter what the case may be, until we're 6 feet under. It's never stopping. That's it. So again, you go to CIA.com. We're always in the Telegram. The Telegram's on there. All the socials are on there, the Twitter, the Instagram. We got a lot of marketing going on right now. You can go check out some of the big influencers that spoke about us. Crypto Mason, huge, huge, huge TikTok influencer, one of the biggest in the world. He might be the biggest in the world, actually, in TikTok. He posted us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So we're being noticed. There's a lot of people speaking about us, and that's just the first of many more to come. We are 2 months old tomorrow, which is our next milestone. 2 months old tomorrow. So again, we're just a baby, but it's time for this baby to grow, and she's going to be growing at a very fast pace. So thank you again, brother, for having me. I appreciate everybody who came here, who showed up, and took their time out of their day to listen to me, and to come to show Drew, to my community, to come here and also show Lambo Drew the support he deserves. He's an excellent guy, and he's really going all out for us, and we're going to be doing a lot of business together. And I'm thankful that I met you, man. It's a blessing, and thank you again for having me.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate you. G Heaven says, any alpha to drop.
Any more any more alpha? Well, listen, come to the Telegram. Like I said, the Telegram is in the website. Come to the Telegram. Come check us out. There's always big alpha going on. There will be some alpha, big alpha drop this week, as we always do. We deliver nonstop with this project because we need to. There will be, like I said, there will be some exchanges coming soon to go along with Bitmart. It's time. There will be some more influencers joining us, as well as one who we spoke with, Pablo.
Yeah.
We spoke with him today. He loved the project, so that's another big alpha right there. We will end up working together. There is a bunch of other guys. We got the influencer Slum Doge, who is on with us now. So again, we're going after top tier guys. We had Matt Wallace. Matt Wallace was with us for a while as well, putting the email out there. Matt Wallace has Elon Musk on his Twitter. He's friends with Elon Musk. So for him posting us on his Twitter, it's getting crazy, guys. This is the time. Come in. I promise you guys that we are going to billions because of what we own. We know what we own, and it is going to explode throughout the world. We got the best people here, the best people. You couldn't ask for anything better than the community that we have. These guys deserve their flowers every single day. They show up, they work, they come up with ideas, they come up with new ways to move forward, things we should be doing. And they are excellent, excellent, excellent people. And again, without them, these things don't work. The biggest projects in crypto, the biggest thing they all had in common was a strong community, a cult, a family, literally a cultish family that stuck together no matter what happened. They all stood together, and they all fed off each other's energy, and they loved those projects. They loved them. That was their baby. They would do anything for them. And that's what CIA is, and that's what it continues to grow to be.
Well, dude, we truly want to thank you, man. Full salute, man. Appreciate you, man. We got I told you, some really big surprises for you guys, because we cannot wait to continue to keep pushing you guys even more. And guess what? This is not the end, y'all. This is not the end. This is only the beginning of what's getting ready to happen. And you guys are getting ready to see it even more with some amazing people and some great people, man, who can't wait to get behind CIA.com. Like I tell everybody, it's time to start emptying out those pocketbooks now. Start emptying out the wallets. Let's start throwing it into CIA.com. Let's start really shaping our wealth for the future for the ones who are following right behind us, especially when we have the visionary Joe Vado on the Leverage Show, baby. Full salute.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And yeah, man, we're, like I said, if you're looking for a safe, secure, real utility project with real money backing it, with something that will be here for your future of your kids, your family, everything, this is your project in the crypto space. It is only going to get stronger. We are only going to work harder. We are only going to keep delivering day in and day out nonstop. So this is your project 24/7 around the clock. I'll tell you one thing. I don't sleep. If I get 2 hours in a night, that's a lot. I'm up at it 2 months straight. You know, you got to. If you want to be somebody successful like this and you want to build a strong company, these are the things you have to do. You have to put every ounce of energy into it day in and day out. You cannot slack in any area, in any category. And that's your team. And that's how we built the team. You know, whatever somebody's lacking, we got the guy to pick up that spot. And that guy bust his ass to make sure things happen. And that's how you secure a big company. This is a giant. This is a machine, this company. One of my guys, a billionaire guy, he told me we created a machine, you guys, and it is a sleeping giant and is now waking up, and the world will see this. So I'm so thankful to have everybody here tuning in. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. We got a long future together. There's going to be a lot more shows like this, and the surprises are going to keep coming. And, you know, in a few weeks, when we're on here and we're talking about the market cap over 100 million, well, that's how you know that we're here to stay. You know, we're not going nowhere, guys. I promise you that. So
shout out to y'all. And guess what? Tomorrow, back on here at 12 noon Eastern, Roger comes back on this show to go on ahead and finish off CIA week, baby. So I told y'all we are definitely doing it because I'm celebrating with Lambo, man, in his birthday, and Raj with CIA in the community because it's going down. You've said enough for tonight, brother. You ain't got to say no more because you can say it all, brother, that last part. It's been your boy Lambo Drew. It's been my guy Vado. Thank y'all for rocking with us on this wonderful night tonight and hearing from the visionary and founder of this amazing project that will help change your life. Watch what happens. You stay connected. Get involved because guess what? Baby, we going to the billions, baby.
All the way up, baby. All the way up. That's how we do it. That's our anthem. That's our anthem. So, again, thank you guys so much, man. Come over to the Telegram. Come join the family. Wait till you guys hear from Roger. You guys are never going to... Speaking and hearing from him is a pleasure beyond belief. The education you will learn from this dude, listening to him and hearing what he has to say is amazing. It's a true gift. And you know, again, you guys were going to have a great show tomorrow. The whole community would be here. CIA week. Let's show up. Let's get this shit going.
They know what's time is popping. It's already popping. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Show love. We popping off. We the business, man. Tomorrow, man, 12 noon Eastern, my guy Roger comes back on here to definitely go ahead and tag team my guy Vado right on back to the next generation, baby. You know what time it is, man. Listen, we love you guys. We thank you guys for tuning in for the night. But guess what? We are out with that fire. Love y'all the next time. It's me, Lambo Drew. It's Vado. We out of here, man. Let's go, CIA family.